Hi everybody, my name is Carlene and I want to talk to you about anything and everything. That's what my channel is for. This is my first video. My first thing I want to say is I have accomplished a lot since I moved out. I've accomplished a lot since pretty much I was born. I was born with baby shaken syndrome, and everybody told my mom that I couldn't do anything my whole entire life. I was going to be a failure. Well, this is my story. My biological father, who we call the sperm donor, he shook me when I was only 3 months old. And for that, I became legally blind in my right eye. I have brain damage, and I can't use my left hand, how other people want me to. I can grab like a cup, help with the trash, do dishes, simple things. So what I mean by brain damage is mine was very damaging, but I lived. Well, I have a 5th grade reading level because, one, I hate to read, so, but it's just complicated trying to figure out things, and sometimes it's always hard to figure out who I can talk to about this, and there's not many people that I know out there who have been shaken. I'm very lucky that at the time I had a dog named Tuffy. She saved me. If it wasn't for her, I would be dead. They say that my sperm donor, he was drunk and high and he shook me. My mom has very strong guilt against this since she was at work when it happened, and she didn't want to leave me with him. But she had no choice because there was no babysitter that she could call at the time. So over the years, like when I turned a year, she found my dad, who was everything to me, and I am very grateful for him. And then she married him in 1990. In 92, she had my brother. And then we lived in Nebraska, because I was born in Colorado. We lived in Nebraska for a couple of years. And then we moved to Kansas. We lived there for a while. Then she had my brother and sister, who just happened to be fraternal twins. They were born in 96. Then we moved to Indiana. Well, no, we moved to another part of Kansas, just very brief. And then we moved to Indiana. Then we moved all the way down here to Texas, and I've been here in Texas ever since 2000. So for the last 14 years of my life, I have been here in Texas. So I've also lived in Plano, Willis, and McKinney. I tried going to college, and I moved in with my grandmother, who lived in Nebraska. She still does, but now she's in a nursing home. Or, I guess, I don't know. I don't talk to her every day like I should, but it is what it is. So, keeping friends, jobs, school, that's all hard and part of life, but I was always in special education. And no, it's not for retards, as some people would say. It's just for people who don't see what other people, normal or regular people, see and can understand. We are all special in our own ways. I will say that. But to understand somebody, you really need to know who they are. But other than that, it's what makes them who they are today. I was very grateful in all my life experiences that I've ever had. I got to go to prom. I got to go have fun. No, I did not party like everybody else did, or go to homecoming, or all that stuff. I did do some bonfires and stuff like that, but I'm not that typical. In 2013, my dad was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. It is a cancer that you get when you are in your 70s. Well, that's what they say. You're supposed to get it in your 70s, early to late 80s. So they say. My dad found out when he was in his early 40s. And so we moved to Willis to allow him to go to this place called Andy Anderson Hospital. It's to help with cancer. Then it didn't work, so we moved back up to the Dallas area. So we moved to McKinney. We were very happy up here. We got to see our friends all over again. And then in 2006, 2 weeks after my 18th birthday, my dad had passed away from cancer. And so it was very hard on us kids. And my mom, she took it the hardest. I chose to help her when he had passed away. It was the summer of my it was during finals of my junior year in high school. So the summer, I took on more hours at my first job. I stayed home. I helped her. School came around, my senior year of high school. I helped raise 3 kids. And it was very hard to do. My mom was working a night shift at at 7-Eleven. By the time she would get home, I would have the kids off to school. I would go to school, have fun learning things and seeing my friends. Yes, I was sad and depressed and trying to figure out things, but I didn't let it stop me from graduating high school or anything. I had fun. I went to work every day. I went to a lot of pep rallies and stuff like that. And I had great friends who were there to help, but they didn't know what I was going through. A lot of people didn't know what I was going through. I had lost a very important person in my life and struggling with everything. But that's part of life, right? You get the ups, the downs, the struggles. But all in all, that's what makes us human. Because if we were all made the same, then we would just be plain out boring. But other than that, I made it to senior year. Yay! I got to go to prom. I got to have fun. Yes, I liked boys just like anybody else. And then I got to graduate the week before graduation. It was fun. I got to find out the ranking of our class. That was awesome. I found out I was 292 out of 400. And to prove it, special ed kids can do anything if they put their minds to it. Found out my GPA was like 3.95, something like that. It was really good. I mean, once you set your mind to something, you can do it no matter what. And now here I am, 26, living on my own, trying to figure out life one day at a time, going through the obstacles just like anybody else. I've got a great friends, family, boyfriend, and a new pet that I got for Christmas, a chinchilla. His name is Appa. He's so cute. Maybe in later videos I'll show you. But, I mean, this video was mainly to say who I was and how I've accomplished a lot. I mean, I've seen some of these YouTube videos and all these other people who have different needs than I did or do, and they accomplish so much without letting anybody get in their way. I'd go one day at a time. I used to live where I wanted to plan my future, but now I live every day as it's my last, because we only have one life. So I do what I can. I have fun being normal, or try to be a normal lady, but it is what it is, and it's part of life. So that's somewhat of my story, and I will keep trying to post as many videos as I can. I want to accomplish something. I was so scared to make this video. I talked about this for months at a time, and now I'm doing it. So I hope I can hear what everybody wants to talk about, because then I can talk to you. I have a Twitter. All the links and stuff like that will be below, and we can talk about anything. If you have questions, you can ask. I will ask honestly what I believe. I won't sit here and say something I don't know the answer to, but I will answer to my best abilities. So, thank you for watching.